After watching Havoc, it is hard not to believe that Gareth Evans' critically acclaimed action movie franchise deserves another sequel. Starring Tom Hardy, Havoc was one of the most anticipated action flicks of 2025. One of the biggest reasons behind its hype was that it was in post-production for quite some time, and its release was significantly delayed before it finally landed on Netflix. Tom Hardy's star value, coupled with Gareth Evans' history of delivering compelling action movies, is another reason why many were looking forward to Havoc's release. Given how Havoc has a relatively average critical score of 66% on Rotten Tomatoes and an underwhelming audience score of 40%, it is arguable whether the film has delivered what was expected. However, Havoc's compelling action sequences almost remind one of Evans' renowned action franchise, which ended its run after 2 installments. Havoc may not have been able to pave the way for a full-fledged franchise, but it shows how Evans' return to his acclaimed action movie series, starring Iko Uwais, might be something audiences would want to see. Havoc is a reminder for why Gareth Evans should make the Raid 3. Havoc shows potential but struggles to match the Raid movies. Havoc has been heavily criticized for its run-of-the-mill storyline, which seems a little too derivative of many other movies of the genre. However, many viewers and critics have agreed that, like Gareth Evans' previous works, the movie puts the director's action prowess on full display. Its high-octane, quick-paced gun-fu action sequences seem reminiscent of what Evans achieved with the Raid movies because they effectively immerse viewers in the chaos and mayhem of a vicious showdown. Apart from being ultra-violent, all action scenes in Havoc are creatively staged, where a viewer can never guess what will happen next. To highlight the brutality of an action scene, Evans also masterfully ensures that audiences are always clueless about who will eventually come out alive from a fight. Unfortunately, as many reviews suggest, Havoc relies a little too much on CGI during action. This seems to be a far cry from what the director does in the Raid films. Since the Raid movies strike the perfect balance between CGI-fueled gun-fu and hand-to-hand martial arts fights, it is hard not to think about them while watching Havoc and draw comparisons. Havoc's action, by no means, is underwhelming. However, after knowing what Gareth Evans is capable of doing with action films, Havoc leaves one hoping that the director will someday return to his roots and create another Raid film. Gareth Evans should return to the Raid franchise, even if the Raid 3 was previously cancelled. The Raid movies can still be turned into an epic action trilogy. Iko Uwais standing in front of a building in the Raid. After the first 2 Raid movies' success, the Raid 3 was in the cards. Gareth Evans also had ideas about how he would execute the 3rd film but decided to step away from making martial arts movies for a few years. "I'm not touching the Raid 3 for a couple of years from now," he said, via Metro. Unfortunately, he later changed his mind about expanding the Raid movies into a trilogy and dropped the idea of creating a 3rd film. Recently, though, Gareth Evans raised the possibility of his return to the Raid franchise by revealing, via EW, that he met Iko Uwais after 7 years, which left him feeling like he got a new concept for what the Raid 3 could be. He revealed that owing to this, he has not dismissed it outright, and it might be a conversation to reopen. Evans' statements about the Raid 3 established that he is still passionate about the movie project, which is a solid reason why, after Havoc, he must return to the Indonesian action thriller franchise and end it as a trilogy.